Hi everyone, Medyhne here, and this channel is called Arise Humanity. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'd like to bring some really positive, uplifting news today because I think the world needs it. And in my own small way, this is a really fantastic thing that I wanted to share with you. So uh, everyone has heard of earthing and the benefits of earthing, which is, taking your shoes off and grounding with bare feet into the earth. So I have a story to share about that, and then I'm going to lead into some more information. So I know somebody who had quite high blood pressure, and they decided to take their shoes off every day for half an hour and walk around earthing. So they did this for 3 weeks, and then they checked their blood pressure again, and that was the only thing that had changed in their life. And then their blood pressure was back to normal. So they formed the assumption that it was the grounding that created the shift in their blood pressure. So, when we earth, there's a lot of different things that happen. Obviously, we're connecting to Mother Earth, to Gaia. There's a very healing energy that comes from Gaia that we're connecting to. And we're also able to release a lot of, negative energies, EMFs, pollution, toxins as we connect to the earth. It does a lot of different things. And so this was a really fantastic result for this person. And then I recently was chatting to another friend, a lovely fellow called Ray, and he was telling me the story of how he would earth by going to the beach every day for about 2 to 3 hours and just walk with barefoot on the beach. And he was really healthy, didn't have any health issues, anything like that. But then he had to move to another location, and he couldn't do that grounding anymore with walking on the sand on the beach. And so what he noticed as soon as he moved to this new location was that he was starting to get a lot of aching and pain in his body. He's nearly 70, but before this was super healthy. And so he started to wake up, and he could hardly get out of bed. He was achy. There was a lot of muscular pain, things like that. So he put 2 and 2 together, and he thought, well, the only thing that I'm doing differently now is I'm not grounding in the same way that I used to ground. So he discovered a fantastic company in Australia called Better Earthing Company. And he tried out their what they're called Better Earthing sheet underlays. So they're underlays that go on your bed, and they have grounding technology in them where you plug them into the wall. You don't have to have the power switched on, and they ground your energy. And so he tried this, and in the first night, not kidding, the first night he tried them, he woke up and bounced out of bed. There was no inflammation in his body. There was no aches and pains. He felt fantastic. And so this was an incredible result, and he made the conclusion that after that he would never, sleep without one again. He told us about them, myself and my partner, and so we then got some grounding mats. We got an earthing mat for our bed and underlay, and we got some fabric grounding mats. These are ones that you can put on your feet when you're working on your computers, or you can just, put on the seat. You can use them also for your animals. And so we got some of those. And I've noticed that I used to have quite sort of sensitive skin, and it is improving. The first 2 to 3 nights, I had some difficulty sleeping because my body was adjusting to this different energy. But I feel that the benefits for me are less obvious and straight away than for Ray, but they are accumulative. So the more I'm using this, the better I am feeling. And the other interesting result was I've always had really quite low blood pressure, But when I checked my blood pressure 5 days prior to receiving my grounding mat, it was a little bit on the high side, and that's really unusual for me. So I used the product for 5 nights. I checked my blood pressure again, and it was ideal. It's back to exactly normal, and you know what I would want to have for my blood pressure. So that was a really positive result. And again, the only thing I changed was the earthing underlay. So I do feel from these bits of information that it does create huge health improvements just from our experiences. There are different products with this Better Earthing company. There's a Better Earthing pillowcase, there's Better Earthing mats for your computers, there's the underlays, and there's the fabric grounding mats to use for your computer or to put your feet on, or put your pet on. Your pet can line them. And, you know, I'm not actually getting any sort of affiliate fee or anything for this, but I'm just sharing the information so people can benefit. And I'll leave the links below to this company. I like this company too because it is Australia-based company. I think the other two competitive companies are some aspect of their product is based in China, whether some of the product is developed in China or something. I've heard is something that I'm wanting to support, you know, Australian products. So that's why this company stands out for me as well. And just some of the benefits I'd like to read for you are that earthing calms the nervous system, and these are the immediate changes that you can anticipate potentially within 4 seconds of earthing. Earthing calms the nervous system, muscles start to relax and return to normal tension. Within 30 to 120 minutes of earthing daily, there's stress reduction, pain relief, reduced inflammation, improved heart rate variability, blood flows more freely, aiding circulation, supporting the cardiovascular system and healthy blood pressure, a more positive, relaxed mood. Earthing overnight while you sleep. So remembering that, you know, most people sleep for 6, 7, 8 hours a night. So you're on this earthing for all that time. So some of the benefits that have been recorded are deeper sleep, falling asleep faster, waking up less during the night, and returning to sleep faster after waking, more energy during the day, less emotional stress, reduced pain, including musculoskeletal pain, less gastrointestinal problems, headaches, menstrual cramps, and joint type symptoms, less pain interfering with sleep, effectively reducing inflammation and free radicals in the body, shorter recovery time from muscle exertion, you know, if you've done a lot of exercise. These are just some of the benefits, but there are more as well. So I'm leaving links to 2 amazing documentaries below. One of them is called The Grounded, and these explain in depth people's stories of how they've worked with these types of products and how they've earthed as well to create huge shifts in their overall health and quality of life. So this is something that I do really recommend at the moment. We're all looking for ways that we can upgrade our health and our immune systems, and do everything that we can to be in the best possible space, energetically, physically, health-wise. And of course, when your health's good, you know, you're emotionally, psychologically feeling much better as well. And when you get good sleep as well, that impacts everything, of course. So, you know, these types of things are brilliant additions to your quality of life, I feel. And I can certainly say that this is great. I also really love that my dog sleeps on one of these as well. And so naturally he'll be reducing inflammation in his body. You know, they can be impacted by EMFs and, you know, the pollution that's also working with keeping them in the best possible health too. And they actually naturally will go and lie on these products because they can feel the energy, which is really interesting. So I hope that this has inspired you in another way to really support your health And I thank you so much for listening to this video. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when my videos are being released. And I also would love you to join my Patreon community, which there's a link below, where we share beautiful resources about holistic health and build community, which I think is really important for us to do that as we move forward in the future, building community in all the different ways that we can. So thank you. Have a beautiful day and enjoy. Bye.
I'm using a multimeter to measure the voltage. Here I am measuring my millivolts without touching the earthing mat in a part of the house where there is computers and different electronic equipment. So here it comes to 3.71 millivolts while I'm not touching the earthing mat. And as I touch the earthing mat while holding it, I'm now touching the earthing mat with my hand, and the reading is going down to 0.082 millivolts. So you can see the big difference by using the earthing mat. Okay, so we're now in the bedroom and there's less electronic equipment in here. And the reading while I'm holding the end of the multimeter here is 2.13. So then when I ground myself on the mat, and it takes a minute to just fully adjust itself, the reading's coming down to about 0.318316. So you can see the big difference there